silence for Andrew Lee. He was an amazing person. He took the worst situation you could ever imagine and turned it into something amazing. So, without further ado, let's have a moment of silence.
Are you all my personal dream? Everything you know is in your mind. Are you all my personal dream?
Alright guys, so how are you doing today? My name is the Man 420, also known as Clinton. Today we're going to be doing a short video about Andrew Lee. If you guys don't know who he is, he was diagnosed with stage 4 kidney cancer um, at the age of 19. And he took one of the worst situations you could ever imagine and turned it into something really positive. So, if you guys don't mind, I would like to take a half hour or so and just go over his story, and we'll watch a couple of videos from him as well. So to start out, Andrew's story, he was diagnosed at the age of 19 with the rare kidney cancer known as HLRCC, which currently has no known cure. He established Driven to Cure, a 501c3 nonprofit organization to help others and raise awareness for rare kidney cancers. So, his diagnosis, he was diagnosed at Massachusetts General Hospital on May 15, 2015, at the end of his freshman year at the University of New Hampshire. He was told that stage 4 rare kidney cancer known as HLRCC would not respond to any of the approved cancer treatments available today. Fortunately, the doctors at Mass General Hospital referred him to the National Cancer Institute at NIH, where researchers have had some success with an experimental treatment program for his type of cancer. He was number 42 in his first trial treatment program. The doctors at NCI NIH have had success prolonging his life, so he has been able to continue to participate in the next generation of new trial drugs, some of which he have been the first to try as a volunteer. In April 2017, he qualified for a new HLRCC trial at the Yale's Smilow Cancer Center in 2018. He moved to another new trial at the Georgetown Lombardi Cancer Center in close collaboration with NCI, NIH, and Yale. At the beginning of 2019, he is back at NCI, NIH volunteering in his eighth trial. Without the incredible collaboration between National Cancer Institute and NIH, the Yale Smilow Cancer Center, and the Georgetown Lombardi Cancer Center, he would not be alive today. So, this is how he turned a negative into a positive. After being diagnosed at the age of 18 with the rare kidney cancer known as HLRCC, which currently has no known cure, he established Driven to Cure, a 501c3 nonprofit organization to help others. As the dust began to settle finding about the cancer, he remembers sitting down with his dad as the clock was ticking. He stood there and asked a simple question. "Andrew," he said, "what are your life goals?" He thought for a moment with a new lens on life, looked at him and chuckled. "Well, I need to own my dream car sometime in my life." But his dad did not take that as a joke. 3 weeks after being diagnosed, he found himself sinking into the soft leather of his very own brand new Nissan GTR R35. It was more than a dream come true. His GTR has been proven to be the closest thing I have for a cure. No, his GTR has proven to be the closest thing he has to a cure for his cancer. Driving the GTR has become a tremendous outlet for him. The places he has gone, the people he has met, and the passions he has developed just because of this gift has become the best medicine available. Within days of driving the car off the lot, he found himself attending local car shows, answering lots of questions about HLRCC, and creating new friendships with people of all different backgrounds. As folks started talking, his story began spreading, and within a month, people started to recognize him and why he had this incredible vehicle. It was clear his situation had a big impact on others, and he suddenly found himself experiencing an immense outpouring of love and support. It was then he realized that the vehicle of his dreams was also the vehicle which gave him the opportunity to make a difference, to do something bigger than himself. And that's why he wrote this story. He created Driven to Cure to join two of his biggest passions, cars and cancer awareness, and to serve something far greater than himself. According to the American Cancer Society Kidney cancer affects 31,000 Americans annually, killing 11,900 of them. He was told at the time of his diagnosis that he might survive a year or more. I have chosen to fight. No, he has chosen to fight this horrible disease and to help others in this process. Driven to Cure's goal is to bring awareness and additional research funding to find a cure for rare kidney diseases, including the development of the next generation of drugs to help others. Your generous donation will help to accomplish this goal and will make a difference in the lives of children, young adults, and their families affected by these diseases. Since the founding of Driven to Cure 2016, they have raised $400,000 for the research of rare kidney cancers like HORCC, and they hope to reach $600,000 by the end of 2019, and with our help they will. So that's a little bit of his story. So what I would like to do now is I would like to switch over to YouTube and show you guys some of the amazing videos that he created. I think there's 2 of them. So I'm going to mute my mic and we're going to watch his videos.
With the Wix Logo Maker, you can create a professional logo for your brand. Go to Wix.com.
I was diagnosed with a rare form of kidney cancer. When my dad and I found out that my cancer was incurable, we had a conversation about kind of what my life goals were. When we found out that the treatment could only work for anywhere from, a year to 3-4 years at most, and that there really wasn't much else out there for my type of cancer. He asked me what my life goals were, and I told him that, being a car guy, that, one of my goals was I wanted to work hard enough to eventually buy a GTR. I really wanted an R35. So I told him that was my life goal, and he took it very seriously, and the next day he came in my room and he's like, hey, let's go buy that car. And I was like, what? Are you serious right now? Right when I got the car, I was looking for events to go to, and one of the first events I went to was a Cars and Coffee in Annapolis, Maryland. And there was another guy with a GTR there who obviously had some work done, and I started talking to him. He was the first guy I ever met, in the car world. He was my first car friend, Tommy Stevens, awesome guy. And he was really nice. He introduced me to all the other GTR owners around the area. He invited us to kind of go drive with him on the way back, and that was really cool, and it was a blast. Driving with other cars, other car guys, it's so fun. I did an awesome rally from New York City to Atlantic City, New Jersey, with guys from the AMG Northeast, and met a lot of awesome people. Chris, Andy, you guys are the best. Adam for setting the whole thing up. I had such an awesome time. Everyone else on that cruise showed so much love, and we had an absolute blast. Events like that, they're some of my best memories for sure. And, I thank everyone who was a part of it. You guys are awesome. I love you guys. And then I had to go back up to school in New Hampshire, and I didn't have the car up there, but I had all my friends, my girlfriend, and it was awesome. But I was missing doing the car thing, and I was getting stressed out with school because I was flying home for treatment. So, I had an idea. I was thinking, maybe if I turn the car into a charity, I could spend my time doing something that I love, driving this car, talking to people, taking it to shows. And so I came up with the idea for Driven to Cure. I actually thought of the motto first. I thought of Built to Drive, Driven to Cure, and then the name kind of followed. We took the car over to Derek Knoll, all the other guys up at APAC, Body Shop. They're the guys who hooked us up with the Liberty Walk body kit. They did the unbelievable seamless body work. It's beautiful. They did the suspension. They got us the wheels, fitment. Basically turned the car into this beautiful orange creature. The paint job is a unique one-of-a-kind orange. It's an orange with some gold pearl layers on top of it, and it changes a lot in the light, and it's beautiful. The first thing I did with the car is I took it over to the local GTR shop, Baker Performance. I kind of rolled in there not knowing anyone. So I met Dave, who owns the place, and he was awesome. Such a nice guy. Kind of, I guess, took me under his wing a bit. He was totally backing the idea. We did full bolt-ons. The car's making about 700 horsepower right now. And Dave is an awesome guy. He, I go over there almost 2-3 times a week just to hang out while he's working on the car or other cars. And it's such a cool relationship to have with someone, who tunes for you. And, he's like one of my good friends now, which is really cool. The car drives unreal. And it feels so fast right now to me. I know 700 isn't ridiculous for some of the GTR guys, but for me, 700 feels pretty nice. We did intakes, injectors, intercooler, 4-inch turbo back, exhaust straight out. We did a couple of awesome tunes on it. We got 13.5-inch wheels in the back. It's a lot of rubber, 335s by 30. Michelin Pilot Super Sports, the Liberty Walk version 1 kit, BASF paint, Glazerite series, beautiful orange paint. I went with Bride Racing seats. We put a cage in the car, Takata harnesses, comes together really nicely. The first show we went to was the OC Car Show in Ocean City, Maryland. And what an awesome event. The guys there were amazing. They backed the story and the build, the purpose for the build. We started raising a lot of awareness there, and it's been taking off since. We've been going to other shows on weekends. I go to a bunch of Cars and Coffees. I just try to, take the car out as much as I can. No one in my position's really made a car for a cause. Like, the car is strictly for raising awareness. Yes, it's for my pleasure. Yes, it's like my absolute dream build. But this car does nothing but raise awareness, especially with the awesome license plate. Don't know how we got it approved, but, F cancer. Not in a million years did I see myself in the position that I am now with cancer, but then again, I never saw myself being 20 years old and owning a GTR. I can't thank my dad enough for the whole buying a GTR, daily driving it, and then doing the build, starting a charity. I can't thank him enough for it. But, there are people in my position that can't do things like fulfill their dreams, in that time period. So I wanted to really take, my dream, like I'm living my dream right now. I wanted to be able to take that and potentially help people in my position down the road in the future, people who will be in the position that I'm in currently. If we can help with research and finding new cures, because advances in medicine are so great nowadays, that, that's amazing. But so overall, this whole project, this whole Driven to Cure thing, not only is it awesome because we're helping other people, but it's me living my dream. It's me being able to do exactly what I want to do on the weekends. The only thing that could make it better is if my girlfriend was here with me all the time. When I found out, I was diagnosed with a rare form of kidney cancer. All of a sudden I had really sharp stomach pain, kind of in my lower right side. That afternoon we went over to the ER. The pain was getting worse, It was agonizing. We got there and they thought I had appendicitis too. I was showing all the right signs for it. We ended up deciding to get a CAT scan first, which was, you know, kind of the best decision that anyone's ever made for me. Got the results, you know, 3 hours later, and turned out it was not appendicitis, but it was internal bleeding. My right kidney started bleeding, so the reason it was such a good decision was to get that CAT scan was, you know, if they just went ahead and did an appendectomy, if they made an incision, I probably would have bled out on the table right then, and I wouldn't be here today, you know, with this car, raising awareness for this cause, doing the thing that I love, and you know, stuff like that. Just, you know, it keeps me going. It you know, it helps give me that positive attitude that I have. You know, the car world's awesome, and the one thing it's taught me is that, you know, car people stick together, and that's why I really wanted to start the charity and really do it through the car industry. It's just because, you know, I love the community, I love the people, and, you know, I thought that the car world would kind of take the story and back it, and, you know, let's see how far we can take this thing. Every donation matters. You know, every proceed goes to rare kidney cancer research, and it's really greatly appreciated by myself and, you know, all the other future people that you could be helping. My name's Andrew Lee. Behind me is my 2015 Liberty Walk GTR. Thank you for watching.
Okay, so this next video is going to be how he's fighting terminal cancer with his GTR.
At Full Sail, our technology programs are designed with a different approach to learning. We let students get hands-on and start creating. They're learning to code and they're developing applications. They're exploring areas like cloud computing and UX design.
It's nice having this car because on a difficult day, one of the things I like to do just to, you know, clear my mind, just go for a cruise. So that's like, yeah, at night, just going for a cruise, windows down, there's really nothing better. It's just you in the car and nothing else is on your mind. You know, it's the one place I can go where it's kind of a cure for my cancer because it's never on your mind. You're cruising, you and the machine, and it's awesome. My name's Andrew Lee. I've been diagnosed with stage 4 kidney cancer, and this is my Liberty Walk GTR. I'm from Kensington, Maryland, near DC. Growing up, played a lot of sports. Was never really into cars until like the Fast and Furious came out, and then it was just all cars. My first memory involving a car, I was actually in the UK. I was in Portsmouth with my dad's college roommate, and he had a TVR, and he took me out for a ride on the freeway, and then we hit a $120. I think I was like 10 years old. That was nuts. Probably realized I was a car guy the first car show I went to. I think I was in 8th grade, and my buddy and his dad took me to the DC car show. Or the first car that I was driving around was a Volvo wagon. That was my first car. It had a turbo, so that's okay. Dream car as a kid, probably an R34. Just because of the Fast and Furious movies. Those cars were so awesome. The first day I found out, I was at the University of New Hampshire, and I finished my last final freshman year, and all of a sudden I had sharp stomach pains, and I thought that I had appendicitis. So I went over to the school infirmary, and they thought I had appendicitis, so they were like, you got to go to the ER. Went over there. They weren't so sure if I had appendicitis, so I got a scan done. Scan came back, and it wasn't appendicitis, it was actually internal bleeding from my kidneys. So that I had tumors in my kidneys that were expanding, causing a hemorrhage. And then that night I was sent to Boston. I think I was up for 48 hours. They were doing biopsies and tests, trying to figure out what type of cancer I had. Then they found out that I had HLRCC, which is a rare form of kidney cancer. Unfortunately, it's stage 4 right now. It spread to my pelvic bone. Then they sent me to the National Cancer Institution at NIH in Bethesda, Maryland, where I was undergoing a trial treatment, which I'm still currently on today, and it's been working for me. It's held everything constant. The first day, I was in total shock. I remember that night, yeah, my dad was with me, and you know, he was freaking out. It was chaotic the first night. I called my girlfriend, and she came to Boston immediately, and that helped a lot. But I mean, everything goes through your mind when you hear like that you have cancer. So you're just like, the first 30 minutes I was freaking out. It's just, why me, why me? You look at it like you have two options, you know, sit there and feel sorry for yourself or go make the most of it. And I don't know, that's the way I've always been, is just make the most of.
Sorry about that, guys. I was watching this stream on my laptop, and for some reason it said that I went offline, so kind of freaked out there for a moment. But let's get back to it.
The situation you've been given, and I mean, I can't complain because I'm driving this thing around every day. There's nothing to complain about when you're driving this car. I'm living my dream while I can, and it's awesome. My dad and I were talking one night after being diagnosed, and he was asking me what kind of things I wanted to do in my life. And so I was listing things off, and I said, you know, buy my dream car, and he's like, what kind of car is it? I was like, a Nissan GTR, and my dad didn't know what kind of car that was. And he was like, I'll look it up. All right, I'll check it out. And he came in my room the next day, and he was like, hey, let's get that car. And I was like in total shock. And then sure enough, yeah, we ended up at Nissan later that week, and drove home a GTR a couple days later, and I was, you know, I couldn't stop smiling. I still can't stop smiling about it. Like, it's nuts owning the car, especially being 20 years old. Crazy. It pins you back in your seat. It's awesome. When you get on it, the other thing I love about the GTR, being the twin clutch, yeah, it just pegs you back and you don't even feel the shifts. It's exhilarating, but it's a car I can't sit in and not smile. Like, you just drive it and it's just constant smiles. It's awesome. I had it stock for a whole summer, driving it around, and then I had to go back up to school. And I didn't take the car up there. And school was getting stressful with flying home for treatment and everything. So, you know, I was sitting there and I was like, there's gotta be a better way I can spend my time, do something car related. So, you know, I thought maybe if I did a full build on the car, turn it into a show car, you know, I could start raising awareness for kidney cancer. So, came up with the idea for a nonprofit, came up with the name Driven to Cure, and then got in touch with some guys for the build. And so, tuning-wise, the car's full bolt-ons. We're making about 700 horsepower right now. It's got a Liberty Walk wide body on it. You know, I built the car to to raise. I mean, it's my dream build, but I built it as in purpose to raise awareness. So it's an attention grabber for sure. The orange is for kidney cancer awareness. So I was messing around and plugging things into the license plate, and yeah, thought of F cancer. Just wanted to see if it would be approved, and it said approved online. So I quickly got that tag. They sent it out. I like my plate, F cancer. I mean, it's been an awesome process with, doing this all with my family, who has been super supportive. My girlfriend, my close friends, like everyone's helped out, and it's been awesome. We've raised over $200,000 to date, and all the money we raise goes towards the National Cancer Institution for rare kidney cancer research. The car community's been awesome. I knew that doing the charity through kind of the car world, it would help take off, because people appreciate the story, they appreciate the build. And I've met a lot of awesome people, and I don't know, when everyone has the same kind of goal in mind, like everyone gets behind it and everyone appreciates it. I've had a lot of cool opportunities, and I've met a lot of awesome people, car related, non-car related. Actually, one of the awesome people I met Ricky Fowler, who's a professional golfer, and he's got some nice cars, and I took him for a ride in this, and he loved it. It was awesome. I'd love to travel the country more, go to more events, meet a lot of new people, and yeah, I love putting smiles on people's faces, and I'd love to give some rides to people that are in a similar position as myself, try to make their day. I mean, if you're going through something difficult, like you're gonna have your bad days, but try to make the most of the time that you can, and try to look at things with a positive end goal. If you have something difficult like terminal cancer as a young person, you can look at it like everyone you meet, you can affect in a positive way with a positive attitude. And that's pretty awesome. Not everyone gets that opportunity to affect everyone they meet in a positive way. So that's kind of what I've been doing, which is awesome. So what's
Alright guys, welcome back. For those of you that have tuned into the stream, thank you for tuning in and watching the videos of this amazing guy. My condolences go out to his friends, family, and his girlfriend. I can't even imagine what they're going through right now. But, like, if any of you are watching this, just know that, people like me and other people have supported the entire cause. So, with that being said, Let's see, what's our runtime right now? 34 minutes. So with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and get back to our regular stream. I thank you guys again for tuning in to this video, and I will see you guys in like less than 5 minutes. We're gonna be getting on Fortnite, so we're gonna be playing Save the World with viewers. So yeah, I'll see you guys in a minute.